Matty's Bailback, brought to us by KFC, and a lot of questions, Chook, from our viewers. First one, first person asked, did you actually play for the All Blacks back in your union days?
No, never got to play for the All Blacks. Played a couple of years in the New Zealand Colt system.
Yep.
But no, I basically missed out on an All Black touring team, and that was part of my sort of decision to come over and play rugby league and play for the Bears.
Well, I remember you came across, with the Bears, I believe, with Paul Simonson, who's Bailey's dad.
That's it.
And I think he did his knee just about first game and you went in, Chook.
Yeah, so we come across and had a pre-season. So we started in 1991. Canberra was round one. I come off the bench. Paul Simonson, he didn't listen to Les Kiss because the cricket pitch at North Sydney Oval was treacherous for knees.
Yeah.
And Simo could run like Bailey Simpson. He could go quickly. And a couple of minutes into the game, Simo comes on, tries to put a bit of footwork on the cricket pitch, did his knee and went off. Yeah. And D. Halligan walks out against Canberra, Mal Meninga, Brad Clyde, all the guys, the big back line. Yeah. And we managed to scramble a win that day. And poor old Simo come back and broke his skateboard halfway through the year again. Yeah. I have a dream run.
Chook, we're going to get to that great day in '98. Unfortunately, not a great day for Hindy. We come behind. But firstly, to get to that, we talk about like a day in your career. You may still have nightmares about. So the '91 qualifier against Penrith, and you're the best goal kicker. But that day, 1 from 5. How? Tell us about what was going through your head, Chook, when you're moving in.
Not a hell of a lot, obviously. I had a rough day that day. Look at that shank out to the right. I kicked at 67% that season, and it was considered to be good. Yes. And when you get in this sort of frame as a goal kicker, you sort of don't really want to take the next. But if it's early in your career, you can have time to get over it. And I remember that was my last game of my first season of rugby league. You know what I mean? And anyway, I was going home to marry Linda at the end of the year, and I can remember her the next week saying, I don't know if I want to marry this loser.
Yeah, right.
And so then I said, but you're pregnant. She said, oh, well, we will get married.
Yeah, we'll do it, yeah.
But it took a whole pre-season, or, off-season to get over that.
I heard that you changed, from that moment, you changed the way you practice your goal kicking. Yep. I remember you saying you'd go down sometimes and you just frivolously kick the ball, but you realised at that moment it's not about the ball, it's just what's going on here.
I thought I was really diligent at practice that year in '91, but I realised I didn't actually have a routine. I'd go out and kick a few, and if I was kicking them well, I'd sort of like knock it on the head after maybe 20 or so, and if I wasn't kicking well, I'd stay there for hours and kick for hours. So I came back after that season and set up a nice easy routine where I start in front, go to the edges, come back and finish in front. And I just sort of over a period of time managed to get the benefit of that. Yeah. And so that's pretty much how it worked.
You certainly did. Let's go to '98 grand final qualifier against Hindy's Earls. And, mate, you pull off...
First year in the finals for you, Hindy.
It was, mate, yeah.
A nice little treat
awesome.
for you.
Two of the biggest pressure kicks I can remember ever in finals football. OK, you said not much was going through your head in '91. What's going through your head here?
I thought I could see the picture and the shape of the kick before it actually kicked it. Yep. That was a good mental tool to have. This one starts to drag a little bit left and then straightens up. Funny things, I'd always try and get to the stadium the day before the game and have a session at that stadium. And I can remember being there the day before and kicking the ball that day. I did have a couple that were starting to hold up and then reverse back. So it wasn't that unusual that was going to happen the next day.
Hey, Chook, can I ask, you were saying that 67% was considered good back in the early 90s. Is it, now that they're kicking at 80%, is it the ball or is it the practice or what is it? How's it improved so much?
It's certainly the practice. There's a lot more practice going on now as professional footballers as they are. And also a little bit with the footballs as well.
I thought you were going to say because of that.
Yeah, they've got the tee.
Oh, because of the tee, yeah. No, the tee makes a massive difference. If you haven't got one of these, then you're in deep trouble. But, no, it actually makes it a little bit easier because we used to have sawdust and on the cricket pitch and then the sand and everything. So
we've got a question. He goes, fellow asks, who was the last toe poke goal kicker? I was trying to think, was it Mal?
No, Terry Madison.
Terry Madison, right.
Yeah. Okay. From the Broncos, yeah.
Well, let's have a check out some of the evolution of goal kicking. In the first round, the corner kicker was the great Johnny Gray, one of the great blokes, Johnny. Represented England in both rugby league and rugby union. I think he played county cricket as well. Great sportsman.
He was on the board with the Bears sacked me as well.
Was he? Well, he's maybe not such a good guy. Well, look at this. Mick Cronin, I reckon, was probably the first superstar goal kicker. Then, mate, Matty's old man, Ronnie Gitto.
Yeah.
Gitz, I think he hit him with his right foot and left foot, or it might have been Mike Eden. This is what Chook was talking about. Sawdust or sand, Clinton Tchaikovsky, yeah, before the twos come in. And the twos just put the sandboy out of a job. That's life. JT, he sort of started bringing how you bend the ball for your advantage. Look at this, bit of swing on this, Chook.
Chook, is that wind or is that...
No, that's just his creativity, you know.
Hurricane.
Yeah. He's a bit of a worker, isn't he? Flanagan's pretty technically, you know, straight up and down.
They just get better and better.
Worker. Yep.
Matty, if you don't mind, we actually got one as well to Barney's Bag of Correspondence, and it's from a Kiwi viewer, and it's on this topic, Chook. It's from Brett from Whakatane. It says, "Cheer, Daryl. I saw a piece you did on the evolution of goal kickers years ago." I think we've got a bit of the piece here that you did for, I think... So you go through the old...
I think that's you as Mel there, Chook, isn't it? Put the monobrow on. Jason Taylor with the monobrow. The 90s. Then it was Hasm in the 2000s.
What's going on? Yeah, and so Brett's question is, I remember you did a prediction about how kickers would do it in 2020. Just wondering if your prediction came true. Do you remember what you predicted?
No, I don't. Was that North Sydney? I remember it was at North Sydney Oval.
You want to have a look? Let's see how you went.
In the year 2020, just how will goal kicking look? Well, I reckon we'll revisit the past a bit and we'll head into the future. Beep. Yes, satellite. 3.2 degrees to the left. Yes, wide up. Hang on, malfunction.
Cricketer.
Agreed. That's my kicking coach. We'll head back to the leather ball. In the gumboot, perhaps. But the most important part of goal kicking in the year 20... Beep, beep. It's difficult, these satellites. Will be the action. Straight up and down your Mal Meninga, Mick Cronin. Round the corner, your Matthew Ridge. It'll be a fly kick. It'll be a karate. It'll be two-step. Malfunction. Gone.
Oh, very good, Chook.
Nailed it.
I've got to go.
Yeah. Actually, you're getting off pretty light. You're just having an excellent. Mate, you've mentored a lot of goal kickers. Who are some of the guys you worked with in the past? Of course, Dan Carter is one.
Yeah, really fortunate. First few years out of playing, I managed to fall into the New Zealand rugby system, as well as working with even the likes of Joey and a couple of kickers here, Clinton Tchaikovsky, as you've seen before, and spent a lot of time with them over the years. And I guess, you know, mentoring, coaching, you know, goal kicking is something that you can actually create and deliver yourself anyway. But, you know, just to make sure they're getting their routines right, give them a couple of little points on balance maybe. Or
Who's the best?
The best is Dan Carter, and he loves your show too. He says, make sure you take it easy on the boys.
Yeah,
but,
he sends mail in all the time.
He just had absolutely, you watch this, he just has perfect balance at the end of it. He skips his way through, he's got a little bit of a technique that's sort of individual to himself, and he finishes in front of the ball, and he's really, really tall. He used to have a set of posts.
That's beautiful.
Well, see, that's going back to the future as well, wasn't it? So,
Their ball's easy to kick. Is a union ball easier to kick?
The union ball generally has a little bit more of a rubbery texture to it, as against ours are 100% synthetic. And so, yeah, you can kick them a little bit further. But the Steeden that we use is a really consistent ball for goal kicking, and basically we only kick conversions anyway. Those union boys got to kick them, 50 and all the way back.
Chook, we've got a couple of goal kickers here that I'd like you to critique. Can we just show this vision? It's myself, Matthew, Sammy B. This is obviously pre-COVID. What are you thinking of these kicks?
Well, I'm thinking that's pretty good, actually.
This is me. Sand shoes too, look at that. Boom.
And it helps if you actually can get the carton and all the bears in the frame of the filming as well.
Now here's Matthew, Sensei.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is good. He's got a step on him. Who did that? I think Piggy Riddell used to do the high step.
He did.
And, of course, Flopperelli. Let's have a look at these.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That one comes from somewhere out near Robertson or somewhere out there, doesn't it?
Who was the best
country? I've actually got to say, Hindy had the best pair of shorts on. So.
That'll do. I'll take the win. I'll take the win.
Take you when you can.
You've kicked one anyway in your last game,
I've
didn't
kicked
you?
one. I've one from two. There was one. I won't go on. What do they, can I ask,
No, you're
why
right.
do they call you Chook?
When I got to Canterbury, Terry Lamb had a look at my legs and there wasn't a lot to them, so he said, chicken legs,
Yeah, right.
you're on. So Chook just come out for that.
Okay. Thanks, Hindy.
Well, did you? I think the viewers at home would have liked to have known that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They call him Chook all night.
Absolutely.
Sure, people are sitting at home going, wonder why he's called Chook.
Yeah, no.
Any more questions, sausage dog?